Hey, products and health tech community. Welcome to the health conference in Vegas. I'm Chris Hoyt from Vynyl, the head of product. Just wanted to kick off a quick conversation with some of the other Vynyl leaders about what our experience has been like at this conference. Maybe Morgan, I'll start with you. Morgan, what stood out to you over the last couple of days?
Well, I've been to health a couple of times, but this is the first time that I've been back at the conference since the pandemic. So it's been really exciting to see people, shake hands, meet people face to face who I've had a number of Zooms with over the past 3 years. But I think the thing that stands out the most is Vinyl has a booth here, and we've been handing out vinyl records. So it's been really fun to talk to people, get engaged about what they're trying to do in healthcare. Obviously, a lot of people are passionate about the business objectives that they're trying to accomplish within healthcare. But the vinyl records have been a really fun piece because it gets people a little bit out of the monotony of the socks and the water bottles and everything that you see at a lot of these booths, and you get to meet them on a more personal level and understand why Bruce Springsteen is their favorite artist, and not only because they're from New Jersey or love rock, but it's been really fun to get to know people on that level.
Very cool. Jenny, what about you? What's your experience been like?
Yeah, I think coming from the product side of things, I'm very interested in what people are building and what they're doing. And so it's been fun for me to understand sort of the range of companies and organizations that are here. I've had a lot of really interesting conversations with early stage startups that have, digital products they're trying to push to improve the patient experience, and also large scale corporations and bigger organizations that are looking to innovate digitally as well. So it's been really fun for me to understand kind of the range of what digital innovation in healthcare can be.
Worth the trip to Vegas?
Worth the trip to Vegas.
Morgan, what about some themes maybe that you've encountered in your conversations with folks? What are the kinds of clients that Vinyl's used to dealing with? What are they looking for?
A lot of people are looking for just overall innovative solutions. So one theme that I've seen kind of bubble to the top is a lot of point solutions within healthcare, and maybe tailored to one type of cohort or one type of clinical focus. And I found that a number of companies are trying to consolidate those point solutions into something that's more all-encompassing, to better, move the needle in terms of making a change in healthcare. I think we all know that a lot of these surface level solutions maybe make an impact, but there's a fundamental shift that needs to take place. And one way that Vinyl does that is through digital transformations with a lot of not only newer startups that are kind of spreading their wings and taking flight, but a lot of older companies that were born before the digital age, really trying to embrace a philosophy of change in healthcare.
And so aside from, Jenny's passion for good product and design in healthcare, what are some Vinyl differentiators to these clients?
I think that really varies depending on the strengths and the weaknesses within a company. So Vinyl has a really unique perspective in terms of our offerings and how we can best tailor our services to the needs of a client. So a lot of companies come with a strong product background, and it's fun to supplement them with strong software development. There are other companies that have a strong technical development team that really don't have the ability to innovate because they lack the product support. So we're able to come in and support in that way. Obviously, there are companies where we have to do both and really hit them from all angles. I'm sure both of you have some sports analogy coming from the soccer field, but I think that's been a real differentiating factor for Vinyl.
Very cool. Jenny, what are some recent kind of health tech, innovative healthcare products that you've worked on that maybe are related to some of the innovation you're seeing here?
Yeah, so similar to what Morgan was just describing, currently, we're working with a health insurance company who's been around for a while. They're a very established name, and so they have their processes in turn have been around for a while. Their systems and their operation, the ways of operating, are maybe a little. They need to maybe kind of catch up with the trends that we're seeing in healthcare right now. And so a lot of the work we're doing there is around CX research, user research, understanding what it would look like to take their legacy systems and their automated processes into this new digital era. And so that's been a really fun and an exciting challenge. And I think we've seen that a lot here at Health. People that have a standardized offering or a sort of tried and true, proven core offering of their organization, how can they build on that? How can they expand on that to kind of meet the ever-changing needs of patients now? We had a really interesting conversation at lunch today with a man who works in the dental space, and he was telling us, their kind of core offering was around dentures, because before kind of this younger generation of people came up, there weren't like fluoride wasn't readily available. So a lot of times people in their 40s were already getting dentures. And so that's kind of what they built their company on. And they're now having to try and figure out what else can we offer this kind of new group, new generation of patients to be relevant. And he had some really interesting perspectives around how dental hygiene and dental health ties into your kind of mental health, how people see themselves, how we perceive people. So his example was, you see someone missing a tooth and you automatically have kind of preconceptions about them and their status and maybe even their intelligence. And then also how your dental hygiene and how you feel about your teeth has an impact on your insecurities or your mental health. And so they were talking about getting into kind of the cognitive space and mental health space, even though their primary offering is as a dental group.
I think that speaks to Morgan's point earlier about how some of these sort of companies were previously focused on maybe a point solution, and now they're expanding to much broader offerings. In some cases, really a one-stop shop platform for a lot of health solutions. Morgan, what's been the most surprising album that you've seen picked from our collection?
Well, probably a band that I'd never heard of that maybe I shouldn't disclose, but Adam and the Ants. I keep saying Andy and the Ants.
Right.
I pride myself on being well-versed in music, and I had no idea who this band was, and got lectured a couple
Nice.
of times.
Okay, I'll have to check them out. Well, I think we're getting played off the stage here. Thanks, guys, for joining us. I think we got to get back to the booth and meet some more healthcare innovators. So thanks to the health group for setting us up.